Hi, welcome to Musicians Hangout with your host, Crash Fist Fight from Hated Noise and Fatal Butterfly, and Maxine Maxwell from the Maxwells.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. We have a very special night.
Yes, tonight is very special. Very cool guest.
Yes, and I will go over our mission statement really quick, and then we will get to introducing our guest tonight. So Musicians Hangout mission statement is to be part of a revolution to create friendships with other artists and build a community network to save music.
Absolutely, and we are doing our damnedest.
And we're celebrating some milestones tonight as well. This is week 50. Oh, wait, I thought it was 52, but it's 53. So that was
It is 53. But
so just a little over a year. And it was our 6-month anniversary on Facebook. So we celebrated
just yesterday.
Yesterday, yes. So welcome to the show, the one and only Roger Capps.
Grayson says, thanks for bringing some light in these dark days.
You're welcome,
thanks for being on the show.
Yes, thank you for being here. Let us know if you guys have any questions for Roger throughout the night. So yes, Roger Capps, you have a very interesting story to tell us. So tell us a little bit about how you started your journey as a musician.
Well, a long time ago, my mother carried a guitar on her lap on a train from Tahunga, California to Knoxville, Tennessee with no case and gave it to me. That was from my brother-in-law. And I started playing it. I figured out some songs on it. Of course, this is mid-60s. And then one day, I got a knock on the door, and Kerry Hodge came over. He says, "Are you Roger?" I said, "Yeah." "You got a guitar?" "Yeah." "Let me see it." And he tuned it, and there went all my songs.
Oh my.
Don't you hate that?
He had a pretty good ear, so I got my songs back in a couple of weeks.
Oh, phew.
And then Kerry Hodge, we had a 3-guitar band. I played third guitar, and then one day he said, "Roger, get a bass and an amp or you're fired."
Oh my.
So I got with Mom, and we got a bass, and that's how I started my bass playing career. And it really agreed with me. I loved it.
Oh, good.
That is awesome. How old were you when you learned bass?
13.
Oh, wow. You were young. That's awesome.
That's about the time I started to learn bass, too.
Very cool. So have you been in any bands?
Well, I was in several bands in the beginning, and then made some albums with Benatar.
Yes.
And then I was in several bands after that. I met, when we were rehearsing, I met Greg Wright. He was rehearsing with the Jackson's Victory Tour. And we became friends. And I did an album with Greg Wright. And we did several tours. We went to Germany. And,
fun.
Ainsley Dunbar did the drums on that album. And then we had a hell of a trio with Matt Sorum on drums. That was the best trio I was ever in. And I've been in a few bands since then. And but since COVID, it's been really quiet. I'm anxious to play some more.
Oh my God.
We hear you.
Yeah.
We hear you.
So yeah, awesome. Thanks for sharing the bands you've been in. So yeah, I'm super excited to, shout out to Pat Benatar because you got to work with her back in the 80s. And was it the 90s too you worked with her?
Yeah, I left her in 92.
Okay.
94. 94.
Oh, right. Nice.
84 to 94. I was with her 10 years, yeah.
Wow, 10 years.
Wow.
Well, she and I had, we were in a band together, Coxswain's Army. We did an album.
Really?
In 1974 in Richmond, Virginia. And then she saw Liza Minnelli in concert and decided that she could do that. So she left and went to New York. She's from Lindenhurst, Long Island.
Huh.
I followed her up. I couldn't stand it, so I followed her up 6 months later, and we started working at Catch a Rising Star. And we had several bands, several good bands, and we played a lot of original material, New York writers.
Wow.
And I did an arrangement of Stairway to Heaven, sort of a reggae style.
Ooh.
And Chrysalis Records got interested in her because she was doing like 8.5 octaves in that.
Wow.
And so then they worked on the contract for a year. 500 pages later, we made the first record.
That's so awesome.
Very cool.
And you got to see so many different places too. I
Yeah.
love traveling.
Oh my
Love
goodness,
traveling.
Yeah, that first tour, we went, we did a lot of Canada, the U.S., and then we ended up in Europe, and we did a lot of Germany, Brussels,
Ooh.
Rome.
Oh, wow.
Wonderful, wonderful places.
Do you have a favorite place that you've played?
I think probably Nice, France was my favorite place.
Ooh,
We had a really good time there. We played some big arena, and that was just a wonderful gig. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that
And
must.
of course, everyone was very gracious, and we ate like kings.
Ooh, nice. How long was your tour, usually?
Well, the first tour, we were booked for 6 weeks. And while we were on tour up in Canada, the record went multi-platinum, and we ended up being 14.5 months that first tour. I think that was 79. So we did 79 and 80.
Ooh, that'd be so.
14.5 months, yeah.
Oh, I was just like a child back then, but
Yeah, we started in a bus and ended up on jets. Yeah.
Ooh, nice. Oh my gosh. I bet you have some really awesome stories.
Well, we had a really good time, you know. And it was a lot of work, but a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I bet it was a ton of work. Did you push like crazy hours? Did you have to play in one city back to back ever, or did you have a week in between some of your shows?
There were a couple of days where we did a couple of concerts in one day. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's hard.
But she had really good chops. When I met her in Richmond, she was taking opera lessons from Joanna Spires, who's a little Nazi of a teacher, and really trained her well. And so she could scream and not hurt her voice. So she never got hoarse once on all the tours.
oh, that's awesome.
That's hard. Wow, that's awesome. Really good training.
Yeah. She knew how to do it.
Yeah,
But
you do.
I mean, as a musician, it can be exhausting though too.
Yeah.
Not really, not on bass.
Well, fair enough. I know as a drummer, sometimes I just get exhausted like during a band practice.
Oh yeah, drumming is intense.
And I've had to do like a practice and then go play a show like the same day. And that's exhausting, especially when you have to break down your equipment so many times.
Well, what was exhausting was before we got a crew and before we got security, I was in charge of the gear and security. So it was a little tough in the first couple of months, but then it got a lot easier.
Yeah, I need to get me some roadies. Any takers? Any takers?
Yeah. I'm still friends with the sons of my roadies. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, that is great.
Yeah. Yeah, I just texted them this morning. Yeah.
Aww.
How many were in your crew? Like, how many people helped you out on the road?
We had a 4-man crew.
Nice.
And then the sound company had about a dozen guys.
Ooh.
Well,
Yeah.
the sound company had really good equipment. 14-ply Russian plywood cabinets. and it's the same sound system they use at the US Festival. They use the complete system there, and that was our sound system. I forget the name.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That was a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of things in a lot of years, huh?
Yeah, I hope there's more to come.
I'm
there
sure there
will be
is.
more to come.
Yeah. You're still pretty busy out there in the music scene. I mean, other than this, quarantine stuff that's happened to us in the past few months, you've been playing bass with even some local acts in Seattle.
Yeah, you've played bass for a couple of our friends.
Yeah.
Last year I met you at Louis G's.
Yeah, I
When
remember.
Stacy Rock Mamba, she did the LLS show there, and I met you there. You flew in from California,
Yeah.
and I got to watch you play with some of my friends, and that was just, it was so amazing. You just looked alive on the stage. Like you just
Well, that's where I
enjoyed
live.
every minute of it.
There's a lot of good players up here in this area.
Oh, yeah.
On the first
Agreed.
tour, when the record hit, we had to come back to the Portland, Seattle area because that's where the record was really, really popular.
Oh.
So I'm
Oh,
very
yeah.
from this area.
Oh, that's really cool. I love Seattle.
Oh,
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah, it's
Well,
been a
That's why
beautiful
I live
weather
this.
the last couple of days.
You just recently moved to the Seattle area too, right, Roger?
Yeah, just a few months ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Just
welcome.
in time for COVID.
Yeah, right.
Welcome to quarantine in Seattle.
Yeah, right.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Hambone. Hi.
Oh my God, he is just the cutest.
He is a very cute puppy. I think I follow your dog on Facebook.
He's well adjusted for a puppy. Yeah.
He
He's
is
only 6.
super cute. Very well
And as
behaved.
everybody knows, here on Musicians Hangout, we love our fur babies, and we are not afraid to show them off.
I hope some of mine make an appearance tonight. I was kind of bribing Buddy earlier. Come on.
Mine too. I know. I'm
Back
like
there.
looking for Adder, but Adder has taken a little adventure outside right now.
Ah.
So
It's really nice out today, so I don't blame her.
he's
So-
an inside cat, so like the whole outdoor thing is new to him. So
Ooh.
he gets a little skeeched out, but like when Kitten Face is around, he gives him confidence. And he's like, come on, I'll show you how to be a cat. But I only want them to cat around in the back because the back is like fenced in. And Adder isn't very agile because he's kind of overweight and old. So I don't really worry about him trying to jump any fences.
Oh,
Oh,
my.
that's good. That's good.
As long as he's in the back. But if you close the gate, like the sound of the gate creaking freaks him out and he wants to like go back in. So I have to like distract him then I can like slowly close the gate.
In the last couple of weeks, Hambone has discovered crows outside. He just
Oh.
he wants one so bad. I don't know what he would do. They're as big as he is.
Yeah, right.
We've noticed that we have a couple nests in our backyard or surrounding our backyard, the forest in our backyard, just crows' nests. And they have been so freaking loud.
Yeah, the crows have been loud this time. Yeah.
Loud. Because we sleep with our bedroom window open because, it's summertime. It gets warm in the house. So we sleep with the window open. I always like a nice little breeze anyways. And the first thing in the morning, I just hear them just like arguing with each other as to who's going to go get breakfast. And I'm just like, shut up.
Oh, Hambone barks and barks, and then he'll come in and drink water because he gets worse. He barks.
Oh, yeah. Wears himself out.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, he's so
Just
cute.
arguing with the crows.
Hey, I wanted to shout out to Stacy Rock Mama because she contacted us months ago to schedule you on the show. So I wanted to, give her a shout out and thank her for helping schedule this.
Hey, Rock Mama, love you.
Yeah, and encouraging you to, move to the Pacific Northwest. So.
Yes. And I also have something to say
Good
to
friend.
Rock Mama is sweater dress will be coming soon. It's a new version.
Ooh.
So it's her favorite song from
Yeah, she
Fatal
loves that
Butterfly.
song. I remember that from the benefit last year.
Yeah, please fade like sweater dress. I personally hate that song as a drummer, just hate it.
Is it
So
really good?
we decided to revamp the whole thing. I'm
Oh, no.
writing the lyrics, or rewriting the lyrics so they're not so redundant.
Uh-huh.
And now that we have a new bass player, like I just want everything about that song to be different.
It sounds like it's going to be awesome. Hey, Roger, I was going to ask you, who are your influences? Who influences you as a musician?
When I first started out, I was a big fan of Booker T and the MGs.
Oh,
And so Duck Dunn, he's a country ass picker, but you know his bass playing made sense. And then after that was Vanilla Fudge. When I discovered them, that changed everything. That really opened my head up. So those are my two main influences.
That's cool.
is Vanilla Fudge super funky?
Psychedelic, actually.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. I'm going to look them.
Yeah,
I think I've actually heard of them, like, and kind of recently, which is weird.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, fabulous music. They would redo, like they did a version of "Keep Me Hanging On" by the Supremes. That's just fabulous. You know, it's heavy metal. It's really, really good.
Ooh.
Oh, cool. I love heavy metal. Nice.
Yeah.
So are you into metal, Roger?
No, not very much. No, it's not my favorite.
Like maybe rock and roll?
I like funk and I like rock and roll, like all the basics. You know, I'm real simple.
That's cool. I like that. Well, we've got Andy in the house. They say, hello, Roger.
Hi, doll.
Andy Hebner says hello.
Hi, Andy. Welcome to Musicians Hangout.
He's a good buddy.
Chat room, let us know if you have any questions for Roger.
And I said that. I said, don't
okay,
be afraid to ask questions, friend.
Thanks, girl.
You know I got our back.
I got you. So I envision that you have a pretty cool jam space. Perhaps, do you have one bass guitar, just a couple, or do you have a room full of bass guitars?
You know, I've got a storage unit, and I've got 4 or 5 basses there. I have one bass here with my my 8-string bass. That's the one I play mostly, because when I go sit in with a band, I like it if their bass player plays too. So I
hold on. Wait a minute. Back up. 8-string bass?
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
What the hell is that? I've never even heard of it. Whoa.
Like that. Yeah, this is a Rogue. Back on the albums, I used an Ibanez.
I was going to ask you.
Really heavy, like sure.
I'm an Ibanez girl.
A lot lighter, and it's got individual bridges, so it stays in tune really well, plays well, it's light. And
you got to get Max. Max, are you seeing this? Are you seeing this?
You know, that way the band stays the same with their bass player, and I just sit in and add. So it makes it easy for me. I can play anything I want.
That is crazy awesome. And I have a question. What is your favorite kind of bass?
Well, there's two. There's two. I've got my my Fender P bass, like the one I had back in the '60s when I started out, and then I have a white Ibanez Musician that I did most of the albums with. I use the P bass and the Ibanez on all the albums. Yeah. And it plays really well, sounds really good, and I played it live also. So I use those three most of the time, the Ibanez, the Fender, and this 8-string.
That is awesome. I'm also an Ibanez girl for basses. They're just really light.
Yeah, they're lightweight and they play
And
great.
they sound amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the electronics are really nice in them.
They really are. Our friend Allison is in the house.
Hello.
Hi, Allison.
So Andy says that you have a wall of gold records as well.
Well, I did in my old house. They're in storage now, all in boxes. There's 20 of them. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you got to get those out.
Yeah, well, I will one day. One day,
good.
yeah.
Next month.
Oh,
Next
that's
month.
awesome.
Yeah, we'll find some space for them somewhere.
Cool. Yeah, you got to find space for those. That's awesome.
Definitely.
Musicians like us can only dream of that, you know, like.
Yeah, well, I was in the right place at the right time, and I was hooked up with a very talented individual. You know.
See, and that's where sometimes you do have to be at the right place at the right time.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I
Yeah.
played the Tacoma Dome just because I was at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, because there's really nothing special about me. I'm just a side player, you know. But
I played bass for.
That knows how to write.
Yeah, it
I was
was.
going to say, I think you're more special than you're leading on to be.
He is, and Roger really is. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen you perform. I've literally seen you perform with my friends, and it's just sheer joy on your face, and you can tell that you absolutely enjoy being on the stage. You enjoy what you play, who you play with, who you play, you know, the audience. Like, it was amazing. I really loved watching you perform.
Yeah, you seem to have passion.
Well, I was raised very poor, and to have the opportunities I've had puts a smile on my face, guaranteed.
That's awesome.
Well, to work with the people I've worked with, and to been into studios, and I mean to play the US Festival. My God, that's 400,000 people raising their arms in the air.
Yeah.
Woo! That'd be intense. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was on September 5th. My birthday was September 2nd, so I think that was a party. Yeah.
I am also a Virgo. I'm September 18th.
And God bless you.
Right?
Yeah.
Yay for September babies.
Yeah. Cheers to you guys.
That would have been one hell of a birthday show right there.
Oh
Ozfest.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
What are you doing for your birthday? Pfft, playing the Ozfest. What are you doing?
No biggie.
Just
Yeah.
like 40,000 people. That's all.
We didn't fly in a helicopter. We came in by bus because we were on tour. But some other guys flew in and out by helicopter, so they had it really easy.
I bet.
I'd much rather come in on bus, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm not
How
gonna lie.
do you
Well,
prefer?
yeah, you get all your stuff with you. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Have you ever gone on the train for tour?
No, no, not once.
I've always wanted to try that. Do like a West Coast tour on Amtrak.
Dude, that would be kind of a cool idea.
Yeah, it's a goal of mine. So bucket list item.
See, yeah, but you got to figure out like who's gonna pick you up at the train station.
Well, no, you play at the train station.
Oh, that'd be cool. That would be cool.
You can rent a car from the train station too. Like you can get dropped off and rent a car too. So
I had no idea
Well,
about
if
that.
you need
certain
train there,
stations, not all of them do that, but certain ones do. Or they have a sister agency that they do that with, and they'll bring the rental car to you.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So Andy says the U.S. festival was your largest audience, wasn't it, Roger?
yes, it was. It was 400,000 plus. Yeah.
So we're gonna say
Yeah, we played,
100.
played at sundown, and then they turned the lights up, and we did Hell is for Children, and so you see 800,000 arms going like this. It was pretty awesome.
Oh, that is awesome. Oh my goodness. That's like almost 500,000 people. Jeez.
Oh yeah, it's like a big amoeba. Yeah.
Yeah. It almost becomes its own entity. I'm sure. I've heard other musicians like Dave Grohl talk about how the whole crowd is an entity. You know,
For sure.
all
It brings together.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
When we sing together, like
Oh yeah.
Tony's camera. There it is. Okay, she'll come back.
Yep.
Are you still with us?
In San Bernardino, it was an ocean of people in front of the stage, as far left and right as you could see, and then up over the hill, and like a mile away, just so many people. It was pretty special.
Oh my goodness!
And when we turned the lights up, they had on towers these bright lights, and it shined all the way back. It was very special.
Wow, that would be so cool. When did you say you did that?
September 5th, 1980, I think.
1980. Wow, so cool. Oh my gosh. So, did you ever envision the future being like this?
I never had a clue what it was going to be like. I never expected anything, and I just take it as it comes. And it's been pretty nice. I've got a lot of friends, know a lot of musicians, and I'm working on a little bit of music. I'm not very good, but maybe I'll get lucky.
Yeah. I think you already have been lucky, and I think you're amazing.
Yeah, I have been very, very lucky.
You're so humble, and I think that's really awesome that you've kept that through everything that you've been, exposed to and everything that you've gotten to do. Hey, girl, welcome back. Yes, you're back.
Thank you.
I don't.
Stupid computer, man.
I bet you've met a lot of really cool people. You want to tell us about some of the people you've met along the way?
Oh my goodness, yeah. Well, I think the producers are really special. Mike Chapman was special when we did that first album with him, and then we did another one later. And Peter Coleman is one of my favorite people. Peter Coleman was the techie with Mike Chapman, and Peter did a couple albums with us too. And the thing about Peter, and he has a fondness for sheep, so I rented Bullfrog one day and brought him to the studio. There's pictures around of him. He put Bullfrog's hooves up on the control panel, and he was delighted. He was so happy. He loves sheep and Bullfrog. That made a special day.
That's funny.
And I've toured with a lot of cool players,
I bet.
I mentioned Greg Wright and Matt Sorum, and that was the best trio I was ever in. It would kill you, rip your face off. It was such a good band. And then Matt disappeared one day. We had to hire another drummer, and he turns up with Guns N' Roses. I don't blame him. He got paid.
Yeah, right. Wow.
He left us and went with Guns N' Roses.
Who are some other musicians that you, keep in close contact with?
Well, one of the best drummers was Ainsley Dunbar. We became friends, and he was from up in this area, and he used to come over to the house, and we hung out quite a bit. And he's just a metronome, just a real clock. And I first met him. We did a dual show with what was that band he was in? That big band he was with, and I saw him play, and then got to play with him later, and so that was special. And then a lot of players that nobody's ever heard of, but really good players and good friends. Yeah,
Awesome.
That's how we usually are. People have never heard of.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Well, 1 in 1,000 get a record, and 1 in 1,000 records get gold.
Yeah,
it's that rare.
it is very rare. Yeah. Gosh, it's even more rare now, you know, with all of the online
Oh yeah.
platforms and such. You can get
Yeah.
your music out
It'd
there,
be
though.
more obvious, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome how you can connect with other musicians and get your music out there to more of the world, even if you're a local artist, an indie musician.
Hmm. Yeah, things have changed quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody's making money. I don't know who, but somebody is.
I make drink tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I make.
Yeah, not even the venues make that much money anymore. And some of them, you know, this COVID-19 really hit them hard, and we're hoping that a lot of them make it through.
Yeah. Yeah. Tough.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite venues?
We don't need any more diseases. No.
No, but we're losing all the venues, all the music venues that we did have.
Right.
The COVID-19 just like wiped off half more of them, and it's gonna be slim pickings for a while, I think, and
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah.
I want to
Thank
play
goodness
shows
for records.
already.
Yeah.
There was a question for you in the chat room, Roger, and it is, how do you feel about music videos? Were you there in the beginning?
Yes, I was. I think one of our first ones was it's still being played today, and one of the last videos we made, Myron and I got to be Nazis, and as Shadows of the Night,
Oh.
Yeah.
and that's one of my favorite songs. But after that one,
Randy says you better run.
yeah, right. But after that one, Patty decided not to do any more videos because the record company would hire people to write stories, and they wrote that one. And in the music market, Germany is the second largest market in the industry, and they couldn't play it because of the Nazi thing. So Patty stopped doing videos after that. She did some live videos.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't let anybody write anymore after that.
I see. Okay. Yeah, that would be weird to have someone write a script for you. I do music videos myself. We've done several, and we've always gotten creative, what was it called? Creative leadership on our music videos. We write our music videos. We'll take some ideas from our producer, but in the long run, we get to choose. So that would be frustrating to have someone else do that.
Well, when Patty got that record contract with Chrysalis Records, they gave her the Platinum Bush. And so they had a lot of control.
I bet.
They kind of ran things, and they had that done. And then she ended relationships with them shortly thereafter.
I would too. I don't blame her.
Don't blame her. Don't
I'd be
blame her.
like, peace, I'm out.
Yeah.
You never know how it's going to go.
What was it?
A lot of artists always say that.
When I met Patty, one day Neil came in to audition as a guitar player. And he brought his Fender and he chicka, 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 and then he turned his back and wailed. And Patty went down on her knees and was head bopping. And that's the moment she fell in love with him. And, from that moment on, Neil and Patty were just the finest people I've ever known.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool.
You know, just great personalities, judicious people, fair people.
Oh, I love that.
So she's never made a decision I disagreed with. Yeah.
Andy says that she hated the record companies.
Yep.
Yeah, fabulous people.
I saw her perform with her daughter.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, gorgeous.
It was amazing.
I bet.
Oh, man. When I met her, she got mad at me because I was staring, because I could see Patty and Neil's face.
Oh.
and forth. And my jaw dropped. I couldn't believe it because it was that evident that it was Patty and Neil's daughter. And she is gorgeous, but she's the best of both of them, yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
And her voice is just beautiful like her mother's.
Yeah,
Beautiful
right.
like her mother's.
Good genes, real good genes.
Yes. Musician genes.
Yes.
Yeah, I got really lucky, to fall in line with those people was just a blessing in my life.
Yeah. What was being famous like when you would go out on tour and you would be with Patty? Was it stressful? Was it really fun? Was it a combination?
Well, I was on my toes all the time because the guys were always hitting on her.
Oh yeah.
And before Neil, it was just me. I protected her.
Oh, that's sweet.
And she, she was like my best friend, and so I really loved her. I really protected her. And, it was pretty tense. It was pretty tense.
I bet.
And a lot of times we get to a venue, and the promoter would say, "Well, come here, baby, sit on my lap," and I'd have to get in between them,
Oh man.
Promoters are that way because that's why they got in the business in the first place, I think.
Oh yeah. I'm sure there was a lot of that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot. Well, back in the late 60s, early 70s, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that men and women are standing up for each other in that way now and fighting against that more and more in Hollywood and in the music industry.
Yep. Absolutely.
We got to look out for our industry, man.
You can't let that stuff go on.
No.
Exactly.
No.
It's an internal moral thing, and you know what's right and what's wrong. I mean,
right.
And some
totally
people know and don't care, and those are the ones you watch out for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
there's
I
shady.
think there's a lot less of that today.
Good. Yeah. Well, because we're not afraid to call people out,
Yeah, it's popular. It's popular to hang them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad. And for me,
says, "Love you all."
Oh, hi.
Tony Lucas, me, Maxine Maxwell, and Roger Capps, all talented musicians.
Love you,
Really
Roger.
enjoyed the visit today. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Oh, she's amazing.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, yes. Yes. This is quite the honor to have you. Thank you.
Anytime. And I'll send you a picture when I get the albums put up.
Oh
gosh, yes.
Yes, please do.
We really enjoy those kinds of things.
So, Roger, do you have any potential shows coming up? Since things are starting to open a little bit.
It's booked. It's dry as a bone here. I'm so disappointed.
Yeah.
But when the opportunity comes up, I will certainly stand up and salute.
Heck yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, that's what I live for.
Yeah. Oh yes. You can totally tell that's what you live for.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what it's all about.
What are some
opportunity to entertain people and turn them on is, very few people have that. And
yes, I agree.
Be in that position.
Yeah.
I look forward to it.
That's fabulous. What kind of goals do you have in the near future once COVID-19 is settled down a little more and we can go out?
Well, I'd like to see 72, 73, 74, and on and on. And whatever comes with that, I'll take.
I see. Yeah.
So Andy wants to know if you are writing things these days.
Yeah, I'm working on something just in the last couple of weeks. But I've done that before, and it's just been, I think the word is shite. But when something good comes up, I'll put it out.
Never dismiss anything though. Like it
Oh,
may
no,
not be the riff or the progression at that particular moment, but always store it because you never know when like the occasion may arise and somebody's like, well, I wrote this cool thing, but I just need the next thing. And you could be like, you know what? I got just this progression or just the thing that would fit perfect.
Yeah,
I
I've saved
wrote it
all
like
the
such
pieces
and such
because
ago.
sometimes one little piece of something terrible is good. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With
well,
drummers, it's harder for us because like everything is just a series of booms and taps.
music is like the weather. It changes, and you never know what's going to work. You
Oh,
just
that's
never know.
beautiful.
And I learned that
That's a good one.
I love that metaphor. That's beautiful.
It's so true.
Yeah. It is
Yeah.
like the weather.
Yeah. Well, God bless you all. I really enjoyed the visit.
Oh, well,
Oh,
thank you for being on.
Yes, thank you so much. I was going to ask you, what is your favorite way to listen to music, Roger? I really like vinyl, so I've got a turntable I got from my sister-in-law a couple of years ago, and I've been collecting records, and it is my favorite way to listen. It feels nostalgic to me because older members of my family would use turntables. So what do you prefer? Are you a streamer? Are you into 8-track? Are you into cassette, CD?
Well, I was thinking about that earlier today. I've got a loop in my head, and some songs I can be going by a restaurant or a bar or something and hear something, and that will loop all day. And whenever it's something that I don't want to listen to, I'll put on some Beatles in my head.
Nice.
Oh, I like that.
Usually, my head is the music,
Yeah.
and I'm making stuff up or I'm playing back stuff that I like. I don't listen to stereo or radio. Well, in the car, whatever's on the radio, I'll just, whatever they want to do is fine with me.
What is your favorite radio station in this area?
Oh, gosh, I don't even know.
Oh, touche. I feel that. Like,
Yeah, there's a lot of really good
I
ones.
don't even know the number. Yeah, it's
I
whatever.
like KISW because they support our local scene
Mm-hmm.
big time. They'll have Loud and Local. I think it's every Friday or Sunday or something. And it's just,
Well,
it's
I
amazing.
get
The
the,
KTRG is also very supportive of our local scene too. So I like them. They're more of a college radio station. So
well, I'm the kind of guy that I'll hit scan when it's something I'm not fond of, and something else will pop up, and I'll listen to that for a while until something turns to shit, and then I hit the button again. So I really don't have a favorite. No.
I get you. I like to scan too. I scan the radio.
Yeah.
But yeah, I usually end up on classic rock stations. I love, like you mentioned, you love the Beatles. So
Yeah.
did you get to meet any of the Beatles?
that's a good question.
A long time ago, I met one of their roadies, and I was a big fan of Paul when he came out with Wings. That was like one of my favorite bands for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. I can see that.
Such original, beautiful stuff, and that was one of my favorite groups for a long time.
Roger.
I felt like Wings was really experimental for their time.
Yeah.
Oh, Tony just reminded me, I did fly the Concorde with Ringo Starr and Barbara once.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, we were coming back from Paris.
Oh, that's awesome.
Paris to New York, yeah. And we got to visit a little bit. Yeah.
Oh my God, I would love to just chat with Ringo. Just be like, bro, how do you get so quick on that snare?
For real.
I love Ringo. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart. Yeah.
Aw, that's
He
cool.
is, I feel like he's the most underestimated Beatle.
Yeah, he made some good records too.
Yeah.
And he did.
Oh my
like,
Well, They advertised him as the world's greatest drummer, and he just played straight ahead, didn't he?
Yes.
He did. He would. God, his fills though were just like just so fast. I was just like,
Oh, you would know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
there's
tried to
no
play
way I
punk.
could do
I
a
was
feel that
never
fast.
any good at it.
I play punk rock and I don't do
I
fills.
don't have that module in my head for drums. I just,
Yeah.
I don't do
Hooray!
strings. I've struggled with strings. I'm trying to learn ukulele. Oh, hi, Kelly Ray. Hi. Thank
Kelly
you.
Ray is a friend of ours from
well, I hope
Ohio.
we get to do some gigs together soon.
Heck yeah, that would be
Yes.
awesome. We have to. We have to.
Yeah, I would love that.
I heard a little bit of a rumor that you're going to be playing bass for our friends Deadbeat Blackout.
I heard that too.
You
I heard
totally
that too. We'll
should.
see. We'll
Sorry,
see.
Chris. Chris, I love you, buddy. But it's
who's playing
your
with Chris?
freaking cat.
So he'll be playing with Chris.
Yeah, no,
That'd be great.
that
I
would
know.
be super awesome if you could play bass with my band Fatal Butterfly. Like once
I
we
love
start
that.
doing shows.
Anytime, anywhere, just let me know.
Awesome. That's sweet. So it
Yeah,
looks
get in touch with Tony Beaumont, and because he sets things up for me. Okay.
I have Tony's number too. So
okay. Good to know. Very good to know.
He's a good friend. He takes good care of me.
Oh, that's
it
awesome.
sounds like he does.
Cheers to good friends.
Cheers to good friends. And
We've
cheers
got some
to the
friends.
Tonys in the world.
Oh, yep. Tony.
Amen.
Yes. So Stacy says that you're going to be playing LLS benefit in September.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay,
At the Trenton Civic Center, September
Yeah, I
12th,
always
and that
support
is in Renton.
Oh, that's not far. Yeah.
No, not far. We'll have to go. That's around your birthday, girl.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Mine too, September 2nd.
That's right.
Yeah, that's in between both of our birthdays.
Ooh.
Let's party.
We'll have to have like a birthday song together.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm up.
Me too. Like I'll play drums. Like, shoot,
Oh,
I might bring my bass. We can play bass together.
Okay. Sounds
That'd be
good.
fun. That'd be so fun. Play bass with Roger Caps.
September's going to be fun.
Oh, yes.
Hell yeah.
I hope
Birthday month.
Yes. Yeah. So I was going to ask you, Roger, if you could play anywhere else again, where would you play?
Oh my goodness. There's so many good places. I don't have a clue. You know, as long as the lights are good and the sound's good, I'm there.
Ooh.
Where do you like to play in our area, in Seattle area, and the surrounding areas?
Oh, well, it's been so long I've forgotten all the places. What was that one place you mentioned before?
Louis D's.
Louis G's. Yeah, I've played there several times. I enjoy that, and the pizza's terrific.
Oh God, yes. Yes.
Yeah. It's worth it just for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Some places around the area, my venues, they have amazing food. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm in the business in the first place. For sure.
They can't put us in drink tickets. At least they can feed us, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah, you've got my number, Maxine, and so do you. So stay in touch and let me know about gigs.
Totally. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, we will definitely, and let us know about yours too. Have your friends help promote you. Like we're all about that. We want to promote everybody that we
come
know.
up. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll put them on Facebook every time. Yeah.
We are a very tight-knit community, and we like to support each other, not only as musicians, but our fans and our friends too. Seattle is like probably the most amazing scene.
Oh, it's wonderful up here. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Michael Wright.
Yeah.
From Centralia, which is my hometown.
Very cool.
Australia.
Oh, thanks for tuning in.
Yes, thank you, Michael, for tuning in.
Let us know if you guys have any more questions for Roger. I have another question for Roger. I was gonna ask what sort of advice you would give to other musicians or to, kids that are just starting out and contemplating going into music.
Well, the first and most important thing is to be honest and don't screw anybody.
Heck yeah.
Be open and keep your head open for music and listen for good stuff and always contribute.
Yes, I agree with that 100%.
That is beautiful advice.
Don't screw anybody over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you won't get anything for it. You'll get a bad reputation and
Heck
you'll
yeah.
not work a day.
So our friend Kelly Ray, he says that I totally love his straight up attitude. That's true rock and roll. Yes, Kelly Ray, he is true rock and roll. Roger Capps is the shit.
Oh,
He
well,
can throw down some sick ass bass lines too, just like boom, boom.
My gosh, and I bet you've seen some karma come back to some people who do screw over people in the industry.
I have, and that's one reason why I say that with the most love.
Yeah.
It's important because this industry, I mean, with the record industry and the people that get into that, and musicians and the kind of people that get into that, they do it for all kinds of reasons, and it's a cutthroat business.
Yeah.
And you really got to protect yourself. And the best way to protect yourself is to be honest and fair.
I love that.
I can't even agree more with that, I don't think.
Well, I learned that from Pat and Neil a long time ago.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's awesome.
Gosh, they sound like amazing people.
I wish I would have had a chance.
If you look up any dirt on Pat and Neil, you won't find any. There just isn't any.
Huh.
And that's a hell of a record,
Yeah. Because, out there in the industry, people try to make stuff up about, couples that are in the industry together just to mess that up for them. And you have to stay really strong and like you said, honesty, but also a lot of communication in your relationships, including your band. Like, you have to keep that communication open so that it doesn't, take advantage of you. The industry doesn't take advantage of you.
Yes. Because the industry will try to take advantage of you. That's just the way it works.
Everybody will. Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone's looking for somebody less. And and it happens all the time. So, the cleaner you are, the more activity you're going to have.
My friend Adam says, Roger, have you written original music of your own, and are you working on original music currently?
I am working on some. I've written a lot, but it's mostly garbage. I've been very lucky with some of my songs.
You and Adam should get together and write something. He's an amazing guitarist. Holy crap, amazing.
Yeah.
And I bet if you guys got together, you guys can make some truly stunning music together.
But, it's all luck. It's all luck, absolutely. Yeah. That's what I've seen.
I totally get that. It's luck. It's pure luck when you get a song done. You have this rhythm.
Like it. Yeah.
Yeah. What is your writing process like? What inspires you?
Usually a melody will pop into my head or some catchy phrase, and I'll hold on to it. I'll write it down. I'll hold on to it, and eventually something will come of it, or it'll lay there, and maybe one day it will. But there's no real good process. If there was, I'd be doing it like real songwriters do. Like there's some prolific writers out there that write, a song a week.
Wow, that would be
and probably publish 5 or 10 a year.
Woo,
I'm not that guy.
that's a lot of work. Yeah,
That is a lot of work.
there's not a lot of people that can just push that out. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Some people have that gene, and God bless them.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We do.
Oh no, man! I'm just a drummer. I just follow everybody else.
Yeah. When you write, do you write just the bass track, or do you also write the other tracks?
Guitar melodies and-
Guitar or keyboard.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm not very good at either one, and so I make up chords, and that always opens the field to.
I'm
all
guilty of that.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm guilty of like picking up because I know how to play bass, so I could pick up a guitar and at least like play power chords.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So like, that's
Yeah,
my.
well, I can hear something in my head and pick it out on a guitar and maybe make up a new chord. Same thing on keyboard. And
I like that.
my
Making a new chord.
Clone Sleeps Alone I wrote on keyboard. That was the first song I wrote on keyboard. And Hell is for Children I wrote on guitar.
I love
And
that song. I love that.
Everybody loves that.
Yeah, yeah. I made all that stuff up. I didn't know anything, and I just made it up.
That's how I write. I go along with my husband's the guitarist, so he'll have a riff and then I'll throw down a beat. And sometimes I already have a poem or a story written that we can put to the music.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our process most of the time.
See, I'm just not a poet. My creativity is all in the beats. Like I could play anything.
That's super important though. You need someone to hold that beat.
But like it's frustrating because I want to be a songwriter and I know specific things I want my songs to be about, but I just don't know how to go about choosing the right words to
how to communicate that.
The chords that I have picked out for, it's frustrating.
Yeah, I understand.
I don't know how to do it.
When I write a song that I've only written the words to and I have an idea, I can't reiterate to Max exactly what I hear, because I don't know the notes and I don't know how to play guitar.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, you're blessed being a drummer because that's way above most musicians. So, I've tried it. It's really, really hard.
Yeah, it takes a certain person.
Oh,
yeah.
We have a certain mindset.
Different places in our minds. Even they've done brain scans on percussionists, and we light up different areas of the brain. So we tap into something else, which is pretty cool.
That is kind of cool.
I know percussionists make my life better. That's for sure.
Well, bass players definitely do that for percussionists too.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a win-win. It's a dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why there's bands. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you had such a really cool connection in your bands. It sounds like you had a really good family in your band, and that's really important to have that connection so that you stay strong and having that respect and honesty with each other. So I was going to ask you if you had any cool stories for us, like anything that really sticks with you throughout your days as a musician, anything really awesome you've seen, anything really crazy you've seen, please share.
Oh, I wish I could. Nothing pops up. It's just being on tour, one day blurs into the next.
Wow.
And every stage is different, and you meet new, exciting people. I just remember Europe was fabulous. Germany, everybody was very, very, very nice. And Canada just really loved the hell out of us.
Awesome.
Treated us like gold. And I love Canada for that. I've been there many times.
Do you still go to Canada?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Canada was really, really good to us.
Oh.
And there's no stories in particular. There's some stories I can never tell, of course, but
I got you. Those are the ones that pop up. You just can't tell.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Yeah. Have you thought about maybe having someone write a book about you, or you write a book about yourself?
Well, I've saved a few chapters, and I've got a friend named Bruce who's a writer, and I'm getting in touch with him, and he wanted to write a book years ago, and I didn't want to do it then, but I've gathered some stuff, and so I'll get in touch with Bruce, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think that would be great to preserve some of the memories that you have and some of the things that you can tell.
Yeah, because I was there, and a lot of people weren't, you know. Yeah.
Right. Do you speak other languages? So you went to Germany. Do you speak any German at all?
Oh, just enough to get in trouble.
I think we all do.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So our friend Kelly Ray said it's great to hear from someone that has been there, done that, seen the good and bad of the business, and still has a heartfelt, straightforward, 100% real attitude and love for it. And I agree.
Yeah, that's super
exciting. Mostly I've seen the good side. A couple of bad things, but those guys always crash and burn and never get ahead. And most of the people I've met are really, really fine people.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's a hard industry, so I always like to hear good stories about our industry.
Yeah, yeah, it's so refreshing to hear some really good stories from a person who has a good outlook on it. And yeah, you didn't lose yourself in the fame. You stayed humble and true.
No, I'm still Roger Capps, that's for sure.
And I love that. I love that about you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've seen you post some clips of shows that you've been on, pictures from back in the day when you were with Benatar.
Album covers.
Yeah. There was one particular picture where you were on the floor, and I think you were doing a push-up.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But the chat room or the messages were like, "What are you doing, Roger?"
Yeah, somebody mentioned that there was cocaine on the floor. No, that wasn't the case.
Oh.
No, but I mean, I don't know why it is, but sex, drugs, and rock and roll just seem to be what rock and roll has been associated with, which I guess some legends, if you will, have resorted to that, but most of us are just
right, yeah,
family people.
I don't ever want to do those heavy drugs, and it's so refreshing to hear from someone who's been, famous back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, etc., and you stayed clean. That's cool.
Yeah, well, in the late 70s, cocaine wasn't bad for you. Then found out it was. Yeah.
So it was pushed to people.
I quit all that. Yeah.
So Kelly Ray says that because they do a lot of 80s covers, and they do Hit Me With Your Best Shot. And that's the part of the show when they invite someone or some or all of the ladies to sing with it. And I guess it's been a really big hit during their show. And your friend Andy says, "Oh yeah, try Heartbreaker."
Right.
Heartbreaker is good.
When they brought Hit Me With Your Best Shot into the studio, I looked around everybody. I said, "And this is me." I said, "We don't do bubble gum, do we?" And that's the only gold 45 we had.
Oh man.
I love it.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, the upside is the flip side was Hell Is for Children, so I didn't do much.
I love all of her music, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's good. Really good. Yeah.
It was a really good band, and Neil came in and he was the music director, and he arranged all that stuff. He made all of it happen. So that's his project, and he was just brilliant, and He treated everybody good, and everybody got a say, and made some really, really good music.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, and he played like nobody else. We got him from Rick Derringer, and
Oh,
I'd never heard anybody play like Neil did. He's just different.
that's
That's
awesome.
awesome. Jinx.
It's just so cool to hear about this journey. You know, all these people that you've gotten to work with and how cool they are, and
Yeah,
and
very
I believe
fortunate.
the universe brings people together for a reason. Like you guys were brought together for that reason.
Kelly said that he could do any and all of your guys' songs, that you guys have been a huge influence in his life.
Like,
And
yeah.
as well as like a million other, probably like 2 million other Americans out there. Like,
Oh
you
yeah.
guys were a huge influence to a lot of us. I remember just being a young kid, but she really influenced me. The whole music, not just Patty herself, but like the whole music inspired me.
Yeah, it was empowering to see a woman, you know, like that. There were many women in rock at that time, but when you really think about it, there weren't a lot of women that were famous. And
No,
she made a huge impact on, you know, the little girls watching her.
well, the thing about Patty is she stood up for herself. She had balls, and she very fair attitude, treated people well, and it all paid off for her. It really
And she
did.
has great style sense
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
she
yeah.
made leg warmers cool.
Well, and she's straightforward. You can tell that she was totally
Oh, yeah.
straightforward in her interviews and when she was, you know, interacting with others. And when she was performing
We
too.
never had any surprises. There was never, well, like I said, there's no dirt on her. You know, she just
Good
she
for her.
raised properly. Her mom and dad were just the best people.
Oh, that's awesome. My parents support me too in my music, and
Yeah.
it definitely helps a lot.
Well, my dad supported me after I made as much as he did.
My dad supported me.
Oh,
It's kind of sad that he never got to see me play drums, especially since he was a drummer himself, but he got to see me play bass for quite a few years.
Yeah.
So he was pretty happy that I, still kept that alive. But I wish he could see me play drums today because I'm way better at the drums than I ever was on bass. But
I think you're pretty amazing at both, girl.
I have fun.
And you know what? She can sing. Oh, she can
Yeah.
sing.
Oh, whatever. You sing too. You're good.
Mm-hmm. I love your voice.
Well, I look forward to playing with both you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
we cannot wait.
Oh my gosh, I so look forward to meeting you in person. I'm so jealous that Crash got to meet you, but I know that it will bring us together. It already has. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So I usually ask people, this might be quite the question for you because it might be a pretty big number. How many original songs have you written?
Oh,
I've published 4. I've written probably 60. And none of them are any good at all.
Oh, whatever. You
Yeah,
sound like
okay. How many of the songs that you have written are on gold records?
all of them.
But they're not any good.
All 4. Yeah.
all of
4.
them?
Yeah.
That's
you have to be in the right place at the right time. Yeah.
See, that's what you say they're not any good, but gold
No,
records say
sure they
something
would have been
different.
published, but nobody would pick them up because, I mean, it's one thing writing with Pat Benatar. It's another thing writing by yourself and trying to push your own stuff. And even with my reputation, the song has to stand by itself, and they just don't. Maybe
Fair enough. I get that.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't take it personal.
Yeah. Well, and it sounds like you write for the fun of it.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the only reason to do it.
Speaking
I
Yeah,
agree.
don't do it for the money. I never did.
So I was going to say, speaking of fun, I saw that you went on a little camping adventure recently. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, it's gorgeous up there. Those trees are awesome. I had such a good time. And
Where did
we're
you
going
go?
again July 4th.
Oh,
Yeah, we're going again for a few days, and I look forward to it. Hambone loves it up there.
I saw
Where-
him. I just
Where
love
are
it.
you guys going?
Yeah.
Where?
Easton. Easton.
Oh, Easton State Park.
Easton, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I was just at Easton, like
Oh, that's right.
just this
Yeah,
past
we're going
weekend.
up.
Oh, yeah.
We'll go
And
for
if you're going to Teanaway, it is closed.
Is it?
29 Pines was full. Easton was full, so we ended up going to Vantage for the night because the friends that we were staying with, their friend owned the town of Vantage, so it was pretty fun. But I really wish we could have stayed in the mountains in the Easton area because it's more desert, like prairie in Vantage.
it's gorgeous there. Really gorgeous.
Yes.
The lake.
That's so cool that you found somewhere that you can camp. A lot of camping. None of our camping out here. I'm in Squim, so I'm on the peninsula.
Yes,
And none of our camping is open yet. So it's
Yeah,
so cool.
my kids have friends that have property up there, so
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's how. Oh, okay. Ah,
yeah, and we got a trailer up there, so yeah, we're good to go.
that's wonderful.
Yeah, we're lucky.
Yeah, you get to get out of the city for a little bit, a little taste of nature. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, 4th of July.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
that's gonna be
jealous.
so fun. We're gonna get out of town next week too. We've been itching to get out, so we're gonna take a little trip to Leavenworth and stay for
Really? Yeah.
Leavenworth's super fun. Oh my gosh. I've been watching it though, with the new mandates coming out on Friday. I've been wondering what it's gonna look like there. It sounds like they're in phase 1 still, but you can still go places, get food. We want to do some hiking. So all of that should be fine. But like I said, I'm watching it just to make sure before I go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
this
I'm
new
with my jacket just in case.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to go backpacking. We've been training to backpack, but like I said, nothing's open. We've been tempted to just go up there, but we don't want to go and get in trouble or anything. Yeah, so we'll just be patient because this all has to settle down eventually.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
It's like summer's finally here, and dang it. Oh, someone in the chat room said Hambone needs a summer haircut. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah,
We
he's
talked
due.
about that earlier.
He's got about 3 inches. Yeah, he's due in the next week or so.
He's so pretty. How old is Hambone?
He's 6 years old.
Oh,
8.5 pounds.
Looks fabulous.
Yeah, he's a real good boy. He goes everywhere, does everything.
What kind of dog?
I'd like to not have a leash on. I know he would run off.
Oh, yeah. My doggy's like that too. I get you.
Yeah. Well, I like to keep him, so the leash.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What breed is he?
He's a Maltipoo.
Oh my
I was
God.
going to say something like that.
He was a poodle.
So cute. Oh my gosh. I just want to scratch his little cheeks.
Come visit. We'll get you hooked up.
Scratch it behind the ears.
Our friend Rebecca says that she's going to Fish Lake.
Ooh. Sounds like we're all getting, oh, hi, little Hambone.
Oh my God, he's so cute. Look at
He
him.
knows it too. Oh gosh, look at you. Your hair's in your eyes. You need bows like Crouch has.
Yeah, he's due for a haircut. No bows. He's a boy.
So is
Well,
he,
mine are like Halloweeny bows.
do you think Hambone misses California or do you think he likes Washington better?
No, he's fine on my lap. Wherever I go, he's fine.
That's good.
Yeah, he doesn't miss a thing.
Aw, cute. So did you say you still had property in California, or did you?
No, I've never bought property in my whole life.
Oh, so you rent. That's cool.
Yeah, always.
Well, that way you can live all sorts of different places and not feel like you're stuck.
Yeah. I'm well, being a musician, getting credit's not easy.
Yeah.
I tried to get property in Tennessee years ago,
Really?
and it was just a pain, and wasn't worth the effort. And so I gave up on that. And so I get my record checks, and I have enough money to live on, so I'm fine.
Heck yeah, that's nice. That's all right.
You're living the dream, brother. Living the dream.
My cat wants to say hi. Hi.
How,
Hi,
buddy?
Miss Bats.
What's your
Hello, Miss Betty Boo.
This
Look,
is Miss
she looks
Beth.
all stern. Hello, Miss Bats.
Gorgeous.
She looks
Hi,
all
bud.
stern, like,
Yeah, I know.
disgusted.
You know, I've always had cats my whole life. This is my first dog. And I didn't know what I was missing. He's really been special.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Aw. So you said
I love dogs.
did you live in Tennessee when you were trying to buy there, Roger?
Yeah. In near Knoxville.
Oh,
Oh.
wow. What was the scene like there?
Well, it's
Happened.
not far from the Smoky Mountains, so it's beautiful, very green, a lot of friendly people, and a lot of good clubs, a lot of good musicians.
Cool.
I was very happy there, but then in the music business, I got on the road and ended up in a lot of places, and lived in LA for 8.5 years, and then I moved up here, and I'm happy here.
Well, welcome. We love it here, too.
I'm happy
And
here.
we're glad you're here.
I'm from North Dakota. I moved out to Washington 12 years ago, and I'm very happy here.
Yeah, I've been to North Dakota. It's very beautiful there.
It is. I'm from the western side of the state, and it's really pretty there. So
Yeah.
Andy says that he is in Richmond, Virginia.
I lived there for several years. Yeah.
Wow.
I was born in Denver, Colorado, and I moved to Washington in like 1990-ish. And I love it.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, in Richmond is where Patty and I had our first band and did our first album. And I lived there for almost 10 years. Yeah.
Wow. It's fun to
how
learn all.
did you meet her?
Well, there's in Richmond, down in Shockoe Slip, there's a club called Sam Miller's Exchange Cafe. And I was in another band. The singer father died and the band split up. And before I left Richmond, which is where we ended up, I went to Sam Miller's and sat in at a jam session. And Patty sang there in the jam session, and I played with her and met the band. And they invited me to come back the next Wednesday night because their bass player had disappeared or something. So I came and played the first set. And on the first break, they said, "Well, we really like you. Will you play with us?" I said, "Let me think about it." And the second set on the break, I said, "Okay, I'll do it." And that's when we started. And that was became Coxson's Army. And we did that album. And that's where I started.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I had packed my car. I had a 74 Pinto, and I had packed it that Wednesday morning, to go back to Richmond, Virginia. To Knoxville, Tennessee. And I unpacked it and stayed in Richmond and played with that band.
Wow.
That is crazy.
So
Awesome.
I was almost out of there.
Yeah, talk about, like you said, in the right place at the right time. You were. Wow. Holy cow.
Well, the band was playing old jazz standards, and I knew those, and I liked them, and the music just fit me, and so we did that for several years.
Sweet.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Very, very cool.
Yeah, got lucky.
Yeah, totally.
I know there was going to be multi-platinum in the future. Yeah.
So who's sponsored you? Have you had any bass sponsorships before?
No, I tried to get sponsorship, but Fender Bass doesn't do it.
Really?
No, not really. And I did have a sponsorship with Ibanez for a little while,
Oh, nice.
and I got a few basses out of that, and they were
Oh,
good ones.
good.
But not many. I'm not good at it. You got to be political or something. I don't know what it is, but I wasn't that, and I never was good at getting sponsorships.
Oh, I see. You know, like that, applying for it and stuff like that.
I guess whatever
Yeah.
it takes. Yeah.
Hey, Sweetwater, do you hear this? We've been promoting Sweetwater for the last few weeks on our show, and so I'm
I bought a lot of stuff from
putting out there like, hey, how does Roger Capps not have some kind of a sponsorship through somebody?
Right?
Yeah,
well,
we'll throw it out to the community.
today would be better. I'm a little passe now.
What would be better?
Back in the day, I would have had a better chance. I'm a little over the hill now.
Oh, you never know, though. You never know because, you know, as drummers, we could get sponsorship from companies like Soultone, I believe. Yes, Soultone. As long as we can prove that we play their gear on stage or online, any way that they're going to be able to have their product shown. So you never know.
Well, like on all the tours, I played Ampeg amps, but they didn't do endorsements.
Really?
Yeah, and that was my favorite amp. That there's one other amp I used, but they wouldn't do endorsements. I approached them.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh well. I had money. It didn't matter.
Right. So, Crash, I was talking about how, you know, we wanted to apply for Soul Tone, and I was just putting it out to the community that if they know anyone that could sponsor Roger Capps for, you know, his bass or any amps, just to throw it out to the community and see what we can find.
Oh gosh, yes. Yes.
Yeah, you never know.
We need to get Roger Capps into NAM.
What is that?
NAM
is
like a huge expo only for musicians.
Oh, I know NAM now. Okay, they have a convention every year.
Yeah, it's about in like January, I think.
Yes.
Well, I have a little bit of music news.
That's right, you do.
Or not music news. I have a little bit of Your Neck of the Woods.
Yeah, I'll let you do your segment.
If I can do that real quick. Yes. So our friend Kelly Ray has a show coming up June 27th at the where is it? And at the Sunset Strip. Is that what it is? Where is it, Kelly Ray?
Yeah, Kelly Ray, let us know where your show is.
They have special guest drummer Tony Witt of Shotgun Molly going to be playing. Oh, at Muddy Creek Saloon.
There we go. Sweet. Good job, girl.
Muddy Creek Saloon. And then, just a couple more. Rebecca sent me.
I've got a couple too.
Oh wait, that's sorry.
No, you're fine.
So our friend Kira Michelle has a new video coming out on the 26th. So definitely want to find that. And that's Kira Michelle with one L on YouTube, Friday the 26th. And then Raven Black, Hear Me Cry video is going to be released on July 10th via YouTube. So definitely check out Raven Black and our good friend Kara Michelle.
Very
And
good.
that's what's going on in your neck of the woods. It's so weird being able to do that again.
I know. I have a couple online events that
Yes, dear God, yes.
This Saturday at 7 p.m., Deadbeat Blackout will live stream through Decade Sound, and it's sponsored by the local spot. So tune in on Saturday night for that. And then let me go to my page and find David Birch had posted something on mine.
Oh, yeah. He did mine too. Sorry, David.
Sorry, guys. I got to bounce all over so I can get the information for y'all.
We're a little out of practice.
Here he is. So he says, Nathaniel Sings will be on YouTube live streaming for you. Oh, I guess they already did it. So you can find him online. Nathaniel Sings is on YouTube. So check it out.
Ooh, one more. And this comes from our past Corona concert continues.
Oh.
We had the DJ at the end of the show. And
yes.
And his name is Jacob Martin.
Mm-hmm.
And he just released his new album. And it is called Close to the Sun.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Close to the Sun.
So definitely check it out. It's on YouTube. So Close to the Sun by Jacob Martin. Check it out. And that's what's going on in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, so slowly but surely, music is coming back onto the scene. But everybody be really careful out there. Wear your mask and make it stylish. Like, there's some pretty cool masks out there. I've got some saved on my Amazon list. Day of the Dead skulls and stuff. Like, I'm just going to have fun with it. I know a lot of people are freaking out about the mask mandate, but, we got to do what we got to do to keep each other safe. And I've said it before on the show, Crash is a cancer survivor. And please think about people like that who have a compromised immune system.
Yes.
And even if you're not worried about getting it or passing it on.
That doesn't mean that I'm not.
Right. Good. So let's all be safe. Let's all cover up and just be good humans to each other.
Yes. Roger looks like he's just kicked back.
Yeah, you look really comfortable. I'm a little jealous.
Hanging out with sweet little ham bone. Oh my God. He just looks like a little teddy bear.
Yes,
just like this little white Ewok just going.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like a little white Ewok. Oh my goodness, so cute.
Well, we look forward to our next visit.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Yeah, we can't wait either. Oh my goodness. So, Roger, did you have any questions for us before we, sign out for the night?
No, I really appreciate the visit, though. Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. We appreciate it too. What are some of the concerts that you've done in the past year? Before the shutdown, obviously.
Before the shutdown, well, in the area up here,
you have open mics.
Yeah, we did the open mics and we'll see what's coming up. We'll see. I bet know.
You were just killing it at those open mics, though.
Yeah, I bet. Oh my gosh, that would be so fun.
Yeah, well, I don't want to miss anything else.
Mm.
And that's where you meet some really interesting people too. At the open mic.
I love open mics.
Everybody gets out and everybody visits and communicates. It's really nice.
I love open mics because it's like just a bunch of musicians coming together. Everybody plays with everyone. It's just somebody comes up with a riff, somebody follows it, somebody makes a beat. Like, it's just the most beautiful, most raw, perfect thing I've ever.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
exactly. And like then there could be like a rotation, like, okay, now it's somebody else's turn on the drums and somebody else's turn on the bass and somebody else comes up and does this or that. It's so fun.
Well, and it's very supportive. Like, everybody's so supportive at those events. They're each other's cheerleaders and each other's fans.
Yeah, Tony just told me the next thing is
we played O'Malley's with Download.
Oh, I love those guys.
Just
I
before
love
that,
O'Malley's.
with Downfall. Yeah.
I have also recently played a show with Downglow at 56th Street Pub.
Oh,
Was
right.
one of my last shows. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Oh,
they
I
do.
love O'Malley's, you guys. Oh my gosh, the food.
Oh, the poppers, the jalapeno poppers is. Mm.
I'm so glad that I got to, play there when we played St. Patty's weekend last year at O'Malley's. It was so fun. And then we played May the 4th there too. So the Star Wars themed party was super fun as well. O'Malley's, they're always good to you, man. They really are.
They really are.
Mm.
Yeah, I've
And
been there a bunch of times. Yeah.
I love that they're making it through this too. They had takeout for a long time. I think they're dine-in now. I think you can go and dine in at O'Malley's now for now anyway.
Well, I think like all venues are like 25% capacity.
Okay.
But everybody has to be spread out, and it's really sad because now numbers are starting to climb back up.
Yeah.
And so now we're starting to revert back, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Like, we can go to venues. We just need to wear masks. I'm not exactly sure about performing with a mask on.
That would be harder, especially if you're a singer. But I think, there's certain aspects that they're not going to make you mask for. Like, you have to wear the mask into the venue, but then you can take it off to eat and drink. And there's other requirements too. I don't quite remember off the top of my head.
I already know there's no way I could play drums wearing a mask.
Yeah, you get so hot.
That's not gonna happen.
It would get hot, really hot.
I get hot just wearing it in the grocery store for the 10 minutes that I have to be in there. And like, I take it off and there's just sweat just pouring down from like.
Especially now, especially with the weather getting warmer, it's a little harder. I was gonna say, with your drum kit, you can be 6 feet away from people at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm forced to.
Oh goodness, it's been so crazy. And I think that it's going to be a long time coming that we have these phases and that we have these mandates. So like I said, I'm going to try to just embrace it and go with the flow. So
I know everybody's really mad at the governor, Inslee, or whatever. But, we can't get too mad at somebody who's just trying to keep us safe.
Right. Safety first. Like, I'm all about that. Yep.
I'm kind of glad, actually. I mean, I miss doing shows, and I really want to be able to do shows this summer because that's what summer is about.
Exactly.
Is doing shows, doing festivals, doing this and that, like as a musician. And I will miss that if that's the way it's going to be this summer. But remember that year without baseball? How weird that was?
And there's no baseball this year. It's really weird.
And we all got through it. So, I mean, we might just have to go a year without some stuff, but.
Yeah, and that is exactly what it's looking like. I saw that it was advertised on Yahoo News that Robert Plant, Dave Grohl, and some other, famous musicians are taking it to Congress even to save live music. And that I never thought I'd see something like that. I thought, it would just it's going to keep going. Music will never die, but it's just interesting to see like our legends going up to bat for that.
Do you think about it? How antsy are you to play shows?
Oh my gosh, I'm so antsy, and we might not get to play our 4th of July gig.
Ugh.
Because of the COVID stuff. So we're just kind of playing it by ear and hoping for the best and rescheduling later if need be.
It's just it's heartbreaking. Number one, it's just heartbreaking. But number two is just we can get through this. It's not the end of the world. This is not the end of the music industry just because we might be forced to take a year off because some people can't wash their hands or wear a mask.
It's all very different and all very.
And it isn't fair, but
yeah. Speaking of festivals, Roger, I was going to ask you, what are some of the festivals you've played other than Ozfest?
There's quite a few. Gosh. It's such a blur. It's hard to keep track. Because, you get on the bus, you get off the bus and play.
Yeah, it sounds so fun. Oh my gosh, having that blur has got to be so awesome.
Well, and doing it with friends is just the best.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
I get you. Yes, cheers to that. Because I play music with my partner, and I love that we can, my husband and I can do that together and be on the road together and support each other through it.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better. No.
No, it really doesn't. It really doesn't.
Yeah, my partner and I both play music. We're just not in the same band together anymore.
We used to not be in the same band, but after we reunited, it worked. But sometimes he likes to jam with his friend Dave, and
right. And just because we're not in the same band doesn't mean that we don't support each other musically. Like, of course, we both support each other musically.
Roger, have you ever done any live streaming?
I did a couple of years ago. I streamed a couple of times. Yeah. And it got a good response. And fact is, it popped up as a memory, and I didn't republish.
Oh, dang.
We are definitely going to have to check that out and share it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, usually I just talk a bunch of baloney and talk about the business. And in one of them, I played a little bit.
Oh, that's cool.
And some of them were at live gigs. A couple of them were at live gigs. And that was when I played with Debbie Sierras and Mike and a couple of the bands. And yeah, it was fun times.
I seem to remember a post recently. You were trying to reach out to any Benatar tribute bands.
Yeah.
Is that correct? So yeah. I'd like to just I'd like to throw it out there to our community. Anybody listening in, anybody in the chat room, someone out there that is doing a Benatar tribute and needs some another band member, an original band member, and also anyone that might know of anyone that's starting or wants to start a Benatar tribute band, because Roger's super interested. So hit him up. Hit up his people.
Yeah,
I want to start a freaking Benatar tribute band. I would totally play drums for that. Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. Well, and you could play all the.
There's a condition. There's a condition. I have to wear leg warmers.
Yeah, that would be hard and hot. That would be hot.
And oh yes. All I have to do is figure out how to drum in high heels. Then I can have the high heels and the leg warmers and the headband and the leotard. I would be.
That would be so challenging in heels. Oh my gosh, I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, I'm gonna try. I
don't drum barefoot though either. I like little ballet flats. That's what I love. I get the most motion out of something like that.
Barefoot kind of sucks because, well, for mine, my knockers hit me on top of my foot sometimes.
Oh yeah.
So
But when we first hired Myron, he came out with those little capezios, those little ballet slippers.
Yeah.
And he's bouncing around, dancing all over the place. I couldn't keep my eyes off of him. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he played them every show after that for years. Yeah.
Heck yeah, that's cool.
That's what he played in.
I play in Chuck Taylor's.
Yep. Chucks are pretty good for that too.
Well, here's the thing about Chucks is new Chucks kind of suck because they have this felt on the bottom at certain points. And when you try to skip up on your kick pedal, to do like a double kick, to do, how you skip up or do the side to side, it won't allow you. It just slides. So there's no grip there. So I'm out there like in the gravel, trying to like rough it up, trying to get that felt to like go away so I can get to the sticky rubber part. Like
Oh, oh,
that's the only downside.
yeah. That kind of makes sense.
And I think
Oh,
they do it. I think they do it for like back when like we were kids in basketball and well, don't have any like certain colored stuff to scuff up the basketball court, you
oh,
know?
that's right. Yeah, yeah. You had to have, shoes that wouldn't scuff up the floor. Yeah,
Yeah, so I think it stems from that genre.
probably. Yeah. Roger, I was going to ask you earlier. We were talking a little bit about bass guitars that you like and amps, but what strings do you prefer for your bass?
Ooh.
Well, I've used GHS strings my whole career because I use the round wounds. And
I
use
was just
eight
gonna ask if you like the round or the flats.
Yeah, it's the round wounds. I like the tone. I like the feel, and because I can grab and pluck really hard with that round wound, and I use them on the 8-string bass and the Fender bass. I've never been a flat wound player.
Me either, honestly.
I
I feel
think
like they're rougher on the fingers, I feel like for me.
I think on my first bass I had roto sounds, and they were round wound, and that's just how I learned to play, and that's my favorite. Yeah.
Now you play with your fingers and not a pick, correct?
Mostly, yeah. Even on 8-string. Although there's a lot of songs on 8-string, I have to use a pick to get the sound I want.
Fair.
What sort of weight do you have on your pick? Is it a pretty thick one?
Yeah, I use a heavy.
Yeah.
Fender heavy.
Okay.
Now, where would you buy strings for an 8-string bass? Like,
Now, do you have to get like 2
I
sets?
get them from GHS, and I just call them and they send me, and I buy them by the case.
oh.
Yeah, because it's like a 12-string guitar, 8-string,
Okay.
and they send you. I get the medium gauge, and they make them all the time.
Sweet.
Okay, fair enough. I was just wondering. I literally never heard of an 8-string bass until tonight.
Yeah. Very
Oh,
super unique. Super unique. Yeah.
well, I'll tell you, when I first in Benatar band, we had Neil Giraldo and Scott Sheets, and then Scott left the band, and I missed his Les Paul, and that's when I started playing the 8-string bass because it added that little edge to my part, and I played 8-string bass on 80% of the set from then on, just because we used to have 2 guitars.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, because I could fill in with some of the high strings, and
Yeah.
it just added so much more.
Yeah.
Do you play like a regular bass, or do you play more guitar-like?
What is it?
Do you play it like a regular bass, or do you play it more like a guitar?
Like a regular bass, and I grab double stops sometimes.
Okay,
just to fill in.
fair
And
enough.
we do that on Shadows of the Night. I play octaves and some melodies in there.
Wow.
It's one of my favorite records. It sounds really good. I use a Fender bass and the 8-string bass on that track.
Very cool.
I love that you still have these basses today.
Yeah, that is so awesome.
Yeah, they're in storage, but I have a Fender bass and an 8-string bass here, and I usually, when I go sit in with the band, I take my 8-string and their bass player plays, so the band doesn't change, and I just add.
I gotta have you come play with my band in Olympia. We practice in Olympia.
Okay, the sooner the better.
It's quite. I can make it happen this Saturday, bro.
So you'll be in Oregon.
I'll be in Oregon this Saturday.
Oh, that's right. You're going camping. That's right.
Yeah, going camping.
No, that's.
Oh, wait. That's next weekend. Sorry, I'm a week ahead.
I will be in touch with you guys
Okay.
because Musicians Hangout also has our Corona concert continued series continued,
Oh, that
which
sounds
we
fun.
do a 30-minute set once a month. Well, it's a 4-hour show with multiple musicians that do 30-minute sets. But my band, Fatal Butterfly, because I was unable to go down for our anniversary show, we were going to do a continued, and it would be super awesome if we could have the mighty Roger Capps gracing our band practice
Yeah, that would be really
That sounds
for
fun.
such a special occasion as Musicians Hangout 1-year anniversary continued.
That would be awesome. And we're having a flapper girl, like 1920s, roaring 20s type theme to it.
Yes.
Super fun.
And I dressed for the occasion.
Yes, me too. Me too. Hey, I was going to ask you, Roger, do you have anyone locally or someone that you have service your instruments, or do you do that yourself?
I take care of them pretty much myself. They're simple, real simple stuff.
Yeah. Even stringing an 8-string bass.
Oh yeah. It's simple stuff.
Good.
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Yeah,
It's
no,
so,
I'll
like,
do that.
are the E's both like the low E's? Are they both low E's?
Yeah. On both of them, they're both E. I do have a 5-string bass. I don't play it very much. It's got
So
a
it's
little,
just E, A, D, G,
yeah,
just big strings and little strings, correct?
double strings.
Just like
on,
octave higher.
yeah,
My husband has an Ivan.
Okay.
maybe 2 octaves.
Oh shit! I
Yeah.
heard that you make basses from scratch too.
What?
No, that never happened.
That's not what Andy says. Andy says you do too.
Now I made a banjo once. It was
You
horrible.
did? That's awesome.
Banjos are even better because they're like a bass.
Too, but I don't know where they're at. I think they're
They're
at
like a cross between like a drum and a band and a stringed instrument.
yeah.
Because
Banjos
you
are
need like a snare head
uh-huh.
and some strings, and then you play it with it's a 5-string, but you only play 4. But the 5th one is like you play open with your thumb. I don't know.
We have 2 banjos, but I think they're in storage right now, or they're at Max's office. And I bought him a 5-string Ibanez years ago. I want to say I bought it for him in 2007. So that's his bass guitar that he'll play when he plays bass. He usually plays guitar, so you can see his guitars behind me.
Yeah, Ibanez are nice basses.
Yeah, they are.
I agree. Super light, and their tone is just. Mwah.
Yeah, that's what I like about them. The tone and they're lightweight. Although the Ibanez 8-string I had in the beginning back in 78, 79, heavy as a chair. That's why.
Oh, I'm sure it weighed like 25 damn pounds.
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was 18 pounds easy, and that's why I got this Rogue. It's much lighter weight, and it's made well, and it sounds great.
I think my Ibanez 4-string is like 6 pounds.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
It's so lightweight. Like I just like it's just super lightweight, and the tone is beautiful.
Yeah.
They're active pickups, which I'm not exactly excited about. I like the passive plug and play.
Sure.
And not have to like worry about a damn battery. Like, oh my god, is my battery alive? Because if not, I can't play a show. Whereas with passive, it doesn't matter. You just plug and play.
Sweet.
And I feel like the tones are a little warmer. But I'm a weirdo. I don't know.
You're not a weirdo.
Oh, I'm definitely a weirdo. Like, I'm
It's
definitely a weirdo.
I think we're all kind of weirdos because we're awesome, right?
Yes, we're all musicians, so we all have like this weirdness factor in our brain because everything that we think about is like, Oh, I hear a melody. Oh, I hear a melody. Oh, I hear a melody. I hear a melody in the raindrops. I hear a melody in the toilet running. I hear a melody when the refrigerator is running. Like, I'm always hearing a melody, and I'm always coming up with stupid beats in my head.
The sound of the world. Yeah, I get you. I get you.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, it is very true. So Roger, where can our viewers find you online if they want to seek you out, listen to your music,
Well,
follow?
My concert page is Roger Caps. I'm wearing a red jacket. That's on Facebook, and then I've got my homepage, which is Roger Caps, the number 2, and you can friend me there. And I post every once in a while. I'm not prolific, but I put stuff up there.
Yeah, if you get to friend
another page, I've got a Pat Benatar page that they made me an admin on,
okay.
And I put stuff up there sometime.
I love that. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I have a good time.
Oh, good. Yeah, yeah. It looks like you have a good time, and Hambone has a good time too. I was gonna say, if anybody does get, to be friends with you on Facebook, which I feel honored to be, they get to see a lot of Hambone, and it's very, very entertaining and very, very cute.
And Roger and Tony, I will be in touch with you guys to get maybe this little concert series going where Roger can play live.
We'll do it. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, let's plug how to get a hold of you. So if anybody wants you to play bass for them, who do they contact?
Tony Beaumont.
I got it.
Awesome. We'll put that up on the screen.
I will get it.
Tony's awesome. Yeah. All Tonys are awesome, right? Well, it's been such a pleasure to have you tonight. You're sort of a rock legend. I know that you are humble and not consider yourself that, but it's been, a true honor to have you and to interview you and get to know you. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to meeting you in person. Maybe even meeting Hambone in person.
Oh, he'll be there for sure.
Yay, yeah. I love that. Very cool. Yeah, sometimes I bring my doggy too.
This is where you can find and get a hold of Roger Caps for booking or any of that. And that's at Beaumont General Contracting at yahoo.com.
Perfect. Yeah, hit him up.
That's it.
Sponsorships. Let's get you some sponsorships, Roger.
And you're gonna, and here I'll put Tony Beaumont.
Hamming it up. That's what he does.
Oh, he's good at it.
He is good at it. Oh my goodness.
Definitely get a hold of Tony Beaumont, our manager.
Put Tony's phone number on there too.
Your phone number?
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. All right, cool.
I'm on it.
I think this is the first time
I got it.
Look at that. So official. Yeah, so hit him up. Whoever wants to have a really awesome bass player, hang out with a really cool dude, hang out with a really cool doggy.
And here's his phone number. 206-371-1262.
You don't want to miss out.
Beaumont. And you can find him at Beaumont General Contracting at yahoo.com.
Send an email or give him a call.
Find him on Facebook. Although
Perfect.
you
Thank you, guys. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice. And it was so good to see you again, Roger. It's been a year. And I missed your smiling face.
Yeah, let's do some more.
It's been 2 years.
I guess it has been 2 years. Wow. You were right. It has been 2 years.
Last year, yeah.
It has been 2 years.
Well, and you met Crash before I met Crash. I met her last year, February 2019. We met in person. Yes. And we started the show a year ago. And how awesome You know, a year later, we're interviewing Roger Capps. Who would have thought?
Anytime.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you,
And
Roger.
and again, it was just because I was at the right place at the right time.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I met a most amazing person, bass player, just musician extraordinaire, honestly. So humble, super humble, and just a genius, musical genius. And he loves his puppy.
Crash, do we have any promos to show from our friend Justin tonight?
Stay tuned.
Okay. Just checking because we're at
It
5.
will be up.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the internet crashed during the transference of said upload.
Oh, gotcha.
So I ran out of time. So stay tuned. It will be on Facebook and it will be also on our YouTube show. So
Perfect. And we might be able to air it next week too, right?
depending upon what the promo is, I think it was just for Roger Capps, but it's like a commercial.
Cool. Like I said, we're at about 5 minutes left, so I wanted to check in and shout out to Justin for all of the hard work that he was doing with promotions.
Yes,
our team too. We have a really awesome board for musicians hangout. Huge shout out to Brandon Welch, Joseph Kelly, and to Justin Sabal for all of the hard work.
And we do have a concert coming up, a virtual concert, the Corona Concert Series coming up on, what do we think, July
17th.
17th, that's right.
Yeah, I'll have to check. I think it's that Friday. So we do have,
we have openings. So if you are a band and would like to play a 30-minute set on our concert series, definitely hit us up on Facebook at Musicians Hangout, or you can email us at musicianshangout19@gmail.com. And I will put that here.
Yeah, so hit us up and don't forget to check out our bands. You can find my band, The Maxwells, at themaxwellsrock.com or at The Maxwells Rock on Facebook. We're also on Instagram at The Maxwells or at _Maxwells. And definitely check out Crash's band, Fatal Butterfly. You can find them on Facebook. Their email
is at Fatal Butterfly 6 on Facebook. You can find us at fatalbutterfly6.com, I believe. And my band, Hated Noise, definitely check us out on YouTube.
Heck yeah, check out the band. They're awesome.
We are super loud, super in your face, and I love it.
It's your thing. It's your thing. It's still your thing, you know?
I'm so loving it so much.
It's wonderful. I love it.
Anyway, thank you, Roger Capps, for joining us tonight. It's been a most amazing night with you.
It really has.
Sweet little ham bone. Look at him and all his sweetness, just looking at you.
We love you, Hambone. I can't wait to see you after you've had your summer haircut and how happy you are.
And Tony and Roger, I will definitely be in contact with you guys very soon regarding the
concert.
The concert series. It's going to be super fun.
Thank you so much, Tony, for helping us connect with Roger tonight.
No problem.
And for being there for all of us.
Yes.
We appreciate the support.
It was a lot of fun.
Bye, Hambone.
Bye, Hambone.
Bye, you guys.
All right, Maxine, you want to take us out?
Absolutely. Good night, everybody. See you next week.
Happy Wednesday.